looking for some tips on how to build relationships with new team members? Do you worry about how you go about building that relationship? I talk an awful lot about the fact that we're in a relationship business, but what does that mean and how do you get started building a relationship? Well, I guess one of the things that I would say is, you know what, you do this every day naturally in your life without even thinking about it, so don't get too stressed or worried. Easy to say, but honestly, you've got all the skills that you need to build relationships with people. You just need to put a little bit of thought into how you're going to do this, but you've got the skills there already. One thing I will say is, please remember that not everybody wants to be your best buddy, and that's okay. Respect what it is that they're looking for in support from the upline in their team. You know, some people just want to be able to ask a question when they've got a question and be left in peace. Some people really want to build new relationships and make new friends. So do remember that not everyone wants to be your best friend, I'd say, is a starting point. The next thing that I would share is part of building a relationship is about getting nosy. It's the first time that you'll ever be rewarded for being really, really nosy. Ask questions to them. It doesn't really matter what the questions are, but you're looking for these to be open questions. And by that I mean not a closed question that's likely to give you a yes or no answer, because that's kind of... You're going to feel like you're doing an awful lot of work if you're asking questions that get yes, no answers and not really having a conversation and building a rapport with somebody. So you want to focus on them being open questions. So the key to an open question is really being able to get more than a yes, no answer. And there's a number of ways that you can start a question that will help you with that. I don't know if I'll remember them all off the top of my head, but I'll give it a go. You've got what, where, why, how and who as starting the question, where it's quite hard for somebody to give you a one-word answer. You're more likely to get a longer answer. So thinking about the open and the closed. Do you have another job? Is likely to get you a yes no answer, and it does feel uncomfortable when you're trying to learn something about somebody and you're getting yes no answers. So do you have another job? Yes. What is it? Okay, so because we're starting with the what, if you remember that was one of the words that I just mentioned, it's quite hard to answer that with just a yes or a no. So what's your other job then? Depending on the person, depends on how much of an answer they're going to give you. So they might just say, oh, it's at Tesco's. They might say, oh, I work on the tills at Tesco's. I do 16 hours a week. It tends to be morning shifts and I have every weekend off. So you've got a completely different answers that you might get out of people and being able to find out a little bit more about them. Another great question, why are they looking to join? So what is it that's got them interested in joining? You might get a short answer, because I need the money. Okay, you might get a longer answer that tells you my hours at Tesco's have been cut, the bills are going up, I'm saving up for a holiday. You might get more that you can work with. But asking these open questions will bring about more of a conversation for you. Ask them what it is that they're actually looking for. So why is it that they've chosen to join? Because I need some extra money. Okay, so what is the amount of money that they're looking for? What would make a difference to them? The next tip that I would give you is really listen to their answers. Don't get stuck in your head thinking about how am I going to build a rapport for this person. The next tip that I would give you is listen to their answers. Please don't get stuck in your head thinking about, am I building a rapport? Is this relationship going well? Don't think about those things. Listen to what they say. Because with their answers, you've got a really natural way of how to ask a few more questions to get to know them a little bit more. What I do, I make notes because I have a rubbish memory, and I'm easily distracted. So I write things down so that I'm not interrupting somebody, and if there's something that I want to ask them, I can go back to it. So let's go back to that example where somebody just says to you, oh, I work at Tesco's. I just follow that up with another nosy question. Oh, what's it like working there? See what I can get from them to understand a little bit more about who they are. Do they enjoy their job? Do they hate their job? What can I find out about this person? If they said that they just want to get some more cash, I'm like, you're looking to earn some money, how much would make a difference? Because that's a really important question for me in building a great relationship with a new team member. How much money is going to make a difference to you? Because I can work on the assumption that £50 a month is going to make a difference, and it needs to be £500 a month, or vice versa. And if I know what it is that they're looking for, then I can support them better in getting to that goal and be more realistic with them. So if somebody's looking to earn £500 a month, I can tailor the things that I'm telling them that they'll need to do in order to get that. And that'll help with the relationship, just by itself, on the fact that they start to trust you and believe in what you're saying. I guess the other thing that I would say is, please do check in from time to time with your people. That's going to be part of building that relationship. They might not contact you. I've got a lot of people that don't, and it's surprising when I initiate contact how much conversation that we do have. Top tip here is, do try and ask the person how they prefer to communicate. Everyone has preferences. Some people prefer a phone call, some people prefer a text message, some people prefer an email. Find out what their preference is on how to communicate with them, because that's a great way to build a good relationship with them, is keep to their preferred method of communication. Again, you're getting the hint that I write everything down. I will write this down so I remember how it is that person likes to be communicated with. When I'm reaching out to somebody, just checking in with them, I'm genuinely just going to ask, how's it going? Do you need any help at all? I'm surprised how often that me reaching out will go to open up the floodgate of questions. Oh, I meant to ask you, I've been meaning to ask you this and this. And again, that helps you feel that you're building that relationship a little bit more. The last thing I would say is, please try and make sure that you always get back to people in a timely manner. It might be that it's not a convenient moment right then, but let them know that it's not. Don't just leave it until it's a good moment. So if I've got somebody who calls me or messages me when I'm in the middle of doing something, I will just message them back quickly saying, I'm busy now, is it okay if I call you at 2? It makes people feel respected and they trust you a little bit more. So I don't bend over backwards to stop what I'm doing to help people, but I will let them know as soon as I'm free to be able to give them my undivided attention and help them out with whatever it is. I remind myself that we don't work in a medical industry, that it's, life and death doesn't exist when you're talking about Avon products. And actually 99% of the time, whatever it is, we'll wait the 20 minutes, the half hour, the hour until you're free to give them your attention. But go back to them really quickly to let them know that you have seen that they need you and you will be back to them really soon. If you're not able to answer their question, if it's something that you don't know the answer to, just let them know. We're going back to authenticity here. Just say, oh God, that's a great question. I haven't got a clue. But you know what? I know somebody who does. Give me a few minutes and I'll go and find the answer out for you. Again, they'll respect you more for your honesty in saying that you don't know the answer. There's so many things that I come across that I don't know the answer to. But again, we work in network marketing. I've got a brilliant network of people around me. There's always somebody that I can go to get clarification on a particular point that maybe I've not come across before or I've forgotten the answer to. So I hope you found the video that's really useful in helping you with a couple of different ideas on how to build a relationship with a new team member. I look forward to seeing you really soon. Take care. Bye.